All right, folks, it's 27 minutes on to the 7 o'clock hour. This is where we say good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, PD, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. Welcome to Good Morning Grenada for today. It is Friday, the 22nd day of May 2026. Of course, I'm Gordon Joseph, so happy to be with you this morning as always. It's a good day to have a good day in a good way, despite what you might be going through. Let it be a good day. Heavenly Father, thank you for your unfailing faithfulness. Fill our hearts with peace today and guide each step we take. Keep us safe in your care. Lord, strengthen us with grace and surround us with your favor. Open doors of opportunity. Give us wisdom in our choices and help us walk by faith, not fear. Please bless our families and friends with joy, peace, and strength. Carry us through this day and remind us we are never alone. Amen, amen, and amen. And let's see, he usually sends two. Let's get the other one up and running. It's a good day to have a good day. It's Faithful Friday. Yeah, it's a good day to have a good day, no matter what. And life could be so overwhelming at times, but you know what? Take a deep breath. You made it through the week. Today, choose joy. Let gratitude fill your heart and peace guide your steps, no matter what lies ahead. Remember, God's goodness follows you everywhere you go. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And that's from Psalm 23 and verse 6. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Lauren. How are you doing, my dear? Hope all is well. Lauren Salem. Gratitude is a must, she always says, and indeed it is. Good morning, Reverend Samuel Caesar out there in East Flatbush, New York. I hope you and the family are doing fine, as always. It's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock on this good-looking Friday morning. The word of the day today, that word is establish. Establish. E-S-T-A-B-L-I-S-H. Establish. All right, establish, the word of the day today. And it simply means to set up formally. Yeah, to set up formally. Establish. Yep, the word.
World changers.
Whole day. 24 hours. And here's how we can use the word in a sentence. The company was established locally. Yeah, it was set up locally. It was formalized locally. Established. Yeah. 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's a good day to have a good day. Good morning, Jillian McIntyre, Rita Williams, Mildred Smith, Joan Brathwaite Batson is with us, Veronica Sandy, Yulin Alexander, Mary E. Banks, Hilarion Dudu Gunpot. Good morning, bro. How you doing? He says, Grand Rising. Blessings always. All right. Veronica Sandy. Who else is? Michelle Bernard is with us. All right. Good morning, Yolan Swan. Good morning, Petlin, and all the wonderful folks out there in Munich and surrounding areas. The Macmillans, the Brotherhood that's coming to launch this new program, this new initiative, this new drive from Munich. Good morning, good morning, good morning. The wonderful folks inside of Mama Can as well. I can't forget Mama Can. How could I? Who does that? Mama Can, good morning. Hope you all are doing well. Yep, it's a good day to have a good day in a good way. Yep. ASP Leon McQueen and family, good morning. ASP Alan James and family, how are you doing? Hope you all doing well. Hermitage is in the building. Good morning. So too is Hope in St. Andrew. Teacher Rufin, good morning. What's up, bro? How are you doing? Ross Stumpy Callis and family, good morning, good morning, good morning. Mount Carmel, good morning. The motivational tip of the day, here it comes. Set daily intentions. Choose one thing you aim to accomplish today and focus on it. Small wins lead to big progress. That's a good one. Set daily intentions. Choose one thing you aim to accomplish today and focus on it. Small wins lead to big progress. Yeah, that's nice. Small wins, baby steps, and conquer them, conquer them. Don't let anything set you back. All right? Yeah, good morning to all you wonderful folks out there. The folks on the Sister Isles of Carriacou and PD Martinique, good morning to you. Good morning. Hope you're doing fine. Hope all is well. Hope the restoration and recovery efforts are going as you would like them to. And, do baby steps, small targets, set small targets and accomplish them. It gives you a sense of winning, a sense of making headway. All right, don't set targets that you know are so insurmountable that you set them, but you know in your heart that you ain't gonna work. But you take baby steps. All right, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, it's the approach I had when I got over my phobia or my fear for serpents. Yeah, I started looking at them on YouTube and, baby, even looking at them on YouTube was difficult at times, but now I'm not, I don't have this fear, so take small steps, you understand? 20 minutes on to 7.
Listen, messenger, just I lift him high. Hey, oh gosh, I just thank you, God.
I've got some information that I want to share with you. I want you to take advantage of it today. All right, you got a limited offer for today, Friday, and Saturday. All right, get a Samsung A07 for $50 or $500 in purchase rewards when you switch your phone number or sign up for a new postpaid number using your existing internet account. And that's available at all Flow stores today only. Terms and conditions apply. Today, they are at the Spiceland Mall from 12 noon to 1 p.m. Switch to Flow, sign up for a new service, or pay your bill in full for a chance to spin and win with Flow. And for business customers, today at Flow Spiceland Mall from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., small business owners can come in to speak with a small business telecommunications expert and get a free Samsung smartphone for your business when you sign up a new or switch your internet or sign up for a postpaid plan with Flow Business. All right, so you can visit or you can call 449-4009 today. The offer ends on June 30th, 2026. All right, so look forward to that. Now, standard, win your ORO or gold mask costume, shopping sprees, tickets to the best shows, and more in Flow's monthly Rhythm Wednesdays, and that draws every Wednesday from May to August. Switch to Flow, sign up for a new service, or pay your bill in full in person or virtually for your chance to turn up and win big in Flow's summer Rhythm promotion. Visit or call Flow today to learn more. Yeah. Thanks, Flo. Thank you. Thank you for the new Samsung. It's 18 minutes, just turned 17 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Scooby and the guys, good morning. Good morning, Brain and Billy and everybody. Good morning. Gracelyn Buckmeyer, good morning also. Sylvina Charles, where have you been, my dearie? Destined to win Overcomer. What's up? Hope you all are doing fine. What's buzzing this morning? Government signs key pension management agreements, and 0 to 60 initiative encourages youth to plan ahead. In the region, CARFA heightens Ebola surveillance across the Caribbean. Internationally, Greenlanders protest expanded U.S. presence. And in sports, Whitsuntide games set for this weekend. Get your tickets. You can purchase on the day in question, days rather. That's tomorrow and Sunday. So that's what buzzing. Good morning to the folks on the western side of the island, Guave and Victoria. Shantimel come right down through Duquesne, Maran, all the surrounding areas. Guave itself, good morning to you. Victoria, the town itself, Sunset City, good morning. Saying good morning also to the wonderful folks in Grenville. Yeah. Early now there in the U.S., good morning to you. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Folks, the AM edition of News, Sports and the Weather, that comes up right after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
At 5 p.m. on August 5th, 1944, the schooner Island Queen sailed out of the St. George's Harbor. On board were some of Grenada's brightest and best sons and daughters. What happened afterwards remains a mystery.
Where Island Queen gone?
Heritage Theatre Company presents Lucy's Straw Hat, a full-length drama written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, a moving story about a family caught up in the drama of this great mystery. Meet Mammy Sylvie, a woman with a secret too heavy to keep but too painful to reveal.
I'm asking for forgiveness for not telling you the truth.
Pa John, the war veteran.
Sometimes I sit here feeling so helpless, so crushed.
Lucy's Straw Hat at Grenada Trade Center on Saturday 13th and Sunday 14th June, and at the Luke Cinema on Saturday 20th and Sunday 21st June. Advance tickets $60, $75 at the door. Come join us.
Where Island Queen gone?
Running a small business can be hard. The early mornings, the long hours, the constant hustle to make every sale count. But these days, more customers carry cards, not cash. And that often means a missed sale. Not anymore. With the tap-to-phone service from Co-op Bank, you can have an easy, secure way to accept payments using only your smartphone. No terminals, no cables, no setup fees, just your phone. Now every entrepreneur, barbers, vendors, taxi operators, creatives and more can accept card payments instantly, fast, simple, and backed by Visa's trusted global network. Sign up for Tap to Phone today, because doing business just got easier.
Welcome home.
Distributed by Echo Blue Limited. Visit us on the Lansopine Main Road or call 405-4818.
This is the morning edition of news for today, Friday, 22nd May 2026. In the headlines, government signs key pension management agreements, and 0 to 60 initiative encourages youth to plan ahead. In the region, CARFA heightens Ebola surveillance across the Caribbean. Internationally, Greenlanders protest expanded U.S. presence. And in sports, Whitsuntide games set for this weekend. The details to these and more are right after these messages.
Hello,
My name is Shanice George. I'm a student at the St. David's Catholic Secondary School, and I'm encouraging all Grenadians to come and support St. David's Catholic Secondary School as we raise funds for Zora Thomas as she fights her battle with cancer at the hospital. I encourage everyone to support, and we see you there.
At the King of the Grill, there will be a wide variety of different foods such as seafood, fish, chicken, and come out. I encourage you to come out and support and have fun. It's going to be a culinary explosion, and it will feel good knowing that your contribution goes to a worthy cause also.
St. David's Catholic Secondary School. We're looking forward to seeing you at the King of the Grill. See you there.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A-game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
Good Friday morning, everyone. With the details, I am Gordon Joseph as we welcome Graphics and his team from Hot 98 FM. In the local news, government of Grenada has signed major agreements in advance, of the implementation of the public sector employees' defined contribution pension plan. At the signing ceremony, officials also introduced the newly appointed Board of Trustees, which will oversee management of the pension fund. The government says the new pension plan, which became operational on January 1st, 2025, is designed to strengthen retirement security while ensuring a long-term fiscal sustainability. Acting Prime Minister Andy Williams described the reform as an important step towards building a modern, sustainable public service pension system. The Division of Social Services within the Ministry of Social and Community Development continues to its 0 to 60 Real Quick program. The initiative, held at the Guave Pastoral Center, brought together students from the St. Rose Modern Secondary School, St. Mark Secondary School, and the New Life Organization Life Skills and Vocational Training Center. Under the theme, Promoting Changed Mindsets for an Improved Future, facilitators discussed the importance of financial planning, healthy living, and preparation for later life. Officials say the program targets persons between the ages of 15 and 35 and aims to encourage better long-term decision-making among young people. And finally, in the local news, the Fiscal Resilience Oversight Committee, or FROC as it is referred to, in collaboration with the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PERC, has launched the 2026 Essay and Creative Writing Competition. This year's theme is Fiscal and Climate Resilience, Reinforcing Grenada's Future Through Sustainable Public Investment. The competition is open to Form 3 students across Grenada, with each secondary school allowed to submit up to 3 entries. The competition will be delivered through sessions on the national budget, the Fiscal Resilience Act, and renewable energy held at community libraries from July 6th to 17th, 2026. Winners will be announced in November, and prizes include startup savings accounts, electronic devices, and certificates of achievements. Officials say the initiative is aimed at strengthening students' research writing, and analytical skills while promoting awareness of fiscal and climate resilience. That concludes the local segment of news. Stay with us. The regional and international developments, they are straight ahead. Turning our attention now to the region, the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, says the risk of the current Ebola outbreak remains low, but regional monitoring and surveillance measures have been strengthened. CARPHA says it is using several surveillance systems to monitor the situation, including tourism and vessel tracking platforms and national health reporting systems. CARPHA has also partnered with CARICOM Impacts to reactivate an electronic screening system at regional borders to review the travel history of passengers arriving from affected African countries. Executive Director Lisa Indar says the Caribbean must remain prepared because of its role as a major international travel hub. And looking further afield, hundreds of people protested in Nuuk on Friday during the opening of a new U.S. consulate in Greenland. Demonstrators opposed efforts by U.S. President Donald Trump to increase American influence over the island, with protesters chanting, "Greenland is for Greenlanders." The protest also coincided with a visit by Trump's special envoy Jeff Landry. Greenland's government has repeatedly stated that the territory is not for sale. The United States says it wants a stronger security cooperation in the Arctic, while many Greenlanders remain concerned about sovereignty and foreign influence. That concludes the regional and international news. Stay with us. The sporting segment is straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. Well, athletics, track and field dominates as we hear the Whitsuntide Games 2026. It promises a top-level track and field competition featuring some of the country's and region's leading athletes this weekend. The organizers say 59 teams and more than 1,100 athletes are expected to compete over the two-day meet on May 23rd and 24th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Ticket prices are $20 for the main stand, $30 for the finish line section, and up to $200 for two-day VIP access. And that's all the sports we've got at this time. We'll have more sports during a luncheon and primetime newscast. Stay with us. The weather forecast is straight ahead.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
As the underhorse, as they say, Prince of Nayara on the commentary at 8:30, and now they're
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
All right, folks, it's 1 minute onto 7 o'clock. At this time, I'm joining Cassia Johnson at the forecast desk at the MBIA for this morning's weather forecast. Good morning, Cassia.
Good morning to you and good morning to the listeners. Here is the weather for today, Friday, 22nd May 2026. Currently at the airport, conditions are fair. Winds are from the east at 12 miles per hour. Pressure 1014.9 millibars, which is above normal and rising. Present temperature 27.9 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity 76%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.3 degrees Celsius. Minimum temperature last night 26.9 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, there was no rainfall at the airport, hence the total for the month remains at 7.0 millimeters. Looking at the public forecast valid for today and tonight, the weather is expected to be generally fair with a few brief nighttime showers. Today's maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to east-southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in northeast to easterly swells. A small craft advisory remains in effect. Tides are currently rising and will be high at 7 a.m., low at 2 p.m. Sunset today, 6:26. Sunrise tomorrow, 5:41. Again, the weather is expected to be generally fair with a few brief nighttime showers. A small craft advisory remains in effect. From the Met Office, I am Cassia Johnson.
Thank you very much, Cassia. Have yourself a wonderful day now. And just a reminder, folks, that the weather forecast came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited.
Go paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com, where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under Additional Options and Paperless Billing, hit Sign Up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click Sign Me Up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Paperless billing is here.
It's now 2 minutes after 7 o'clock. To end the news, a recap of the headlines. Locally, government signs key pension management agreements, and a 0 to 60 initiative encourages youth to plan ahead. In the region, CARFA heightens Ebola surveillance across the Caribbean. Internationally, Grenada's protest expanded U.S. presence. And in sports, Whitsuntide games set for this weekend. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Friday, 22nd of May, 2026. On behalf of the entire news department, I am Gordon Joseph, thanking you for viewing and listening, wishing you a productive and safe day, a very enjoyable and restful weekend, and extending that invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere. To Graphics and your team, thanks for joining us and sharing your time with us. Have a great day now, everybody. Bye-bye.
the grand finale of the athletic season. The Whitsuntide Games 2026 take over the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Saturday 23rd and Sunday 24th May from 9 a.m. daily. Witness 2 days of electrifying track and field action as top athletes from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua, St. Lucia, Guyana, and more go head-to-head with Grenada's finest. Speed, strength, and regional rivalry once more. All in one place. Admission, finish line, $30. Main stand, $20. VIP, $150 for 1 day and $200 for 2 days. Don't miss the final local athletic meet of the season. Be there for the Whitsuntide Games 2026 as the season ends with a bang.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFet.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary Community Projects. Rhythm and Spice, Sunday, June 28th, Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
Bye, Grenada. See you soon. Spend it when you have it.
You saw my card. You saw my.
Mommy, she come back again. Mommy, she coming again.
Rosaline! Rose! You guys, let's go. We'll figure something out. Oh, you see what happened to me? Don't get caught off guard. Get your water tanks at On The Spot Hardware today.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
The Ministry of Agriculture White Potato Production Initiative is an OECS sub-regional project aimed at reducing Grenada's reliance on imported white potatoes, which in 2025 had an imported value of over 4.5 million EC dollars. The White Potato Production Initiative is part of the Ministry of Agriculture's food security drive and is being undertaken with the simultaneous cultivation of other crops such as sweet potatoes, pineapples, coconuts, carrots, and other vegetables. Other OECS countries like Dominica and St. Vincent and the Grenadines are already at an advanced stage in white potato production, with Dominica completely cutting the import of white potatoes during the first quarter of 2026. Grenada is now preparing to advance production for better output in 2027. The Ministry of Agriculture, Lands and Forestry, ensuring food and nutrition security for all.
Life doesn't stand still. It moves. It grows. It asks you to believe in what's next. Your first car. Owning your home. The business you build. The future you choose to invest in. Life moves in steps. When you're ready to take the next one, we're here to help you move forward with banking solutions designed for life. From vehicle financing and mortgages to education savings, credit solutions, and support for your growing business. Republic Bank, ready for life, every step.
Picture this, a tangerine-colored sunset, cool tropical breeze, and a plate full of perfection. Sunday, May 24th, the day before the holiday. Grenada, get ready to live your best life at Unbothered Brunch, the tropical tangerine edition. We are taking over the Ariza car park from 4 p.m. It's going to be a vibe you can't replicate. Featuring live performances by Rita and the Ultimate Perfection Band, the Fahrenheit Band, and the Groovy Master himself, Short Pre. Keeping the energy going. Get ready for Kingpin and Graphic Sounds. Here's the best part. This is a food-inclusive event, so come hungry and leave happy. Tickets are just $150. Grab yours now at gotofed.com or any authorized outlet. Sunday, May 24th, we're outside for Unbothered Brunch.
All right, folks, it's 11 minutes after 7 o'clock. At this time, I join Sergeant Troy Paul for this morning's traffic report. Good morning, Sarge.
A pleasant morning to you and to all our listeners. It is a blessed Friday, and we let persons know what is happening in the tri-land state of Grenada, Carriacou, and PG Martinique as it is to traffic. And this morning, we already have some drone footage, which persons will be following via television or whatever social media platform. And those who are listening us will give you that coverage as we take a look at the road situation at the time as we travel from Grand Dance all the way up to our normal route from the St. George's area. So far we're looking here at the Grand Dance Public Road. We do have a moderate flow of traffic at this particular time, and as we head on up, we're having a closer look at most of the areas there, even as we look at Kirani James Boulevard at this particular time. Traffic there moderately flowing to and from Grand Dance at this particular time as well. So we see here that we do have a moderate flow of traffic on that public road. In most of the areas around, we do have, in other areas would be lighter than some, but at this particular time, traffic does be in moderation at this time, where we do not have any unnecessary obstruction and any accidents as well. Let's hope that we do not have any at this time. But so far, so good at this time. So we just take a closer look as we head up. We're already seeing, wow, that Lucas Street traffic coming from the St. Paul's direction already at 7 is already bumper to bumper coming from that roundabout there. Traffic is almost to the area of what we call Frangipangi or somewhere thereabouts, or a little further than that. So we're seeing here already that traffic coming out from the St. Paul's direction will cause some chaos this morning based on the potential already seeing that volume there. So the other areas such as traffic coming out from the lane, moderately flowing, light to moderate flowing traffic coming out from the Marasville direction, light to moderate as well, and the traffic going down to the Lucas Street, we do have moderate flowing traffic here. So it's only traffic from that, the St. Paul coming from the St. Paul's direction, we have flowing heavier. We take a closer look at traffic coming out from the Tempe Public Road, Mount Parnassus. We do have a light to moderate rough traffic there as well. So we're seeing in most of the areas a light to moderate flow of traffic, and it's expected around this particular time. So we just take a closer look at traffic coming out from the Grande Tank direction there, and there we're seeing that traffic is light to moderate as well coming out from the Grande Tank, Bolio, Lamo direction there. So if persons are coming from any of the areas that we just spoke about, you have some easement in traffic coming there. So we're just taking a look at traffic coming out from the Western Corridor. And there again, we have that similar-like approach traffic coming out from the western side. So definitely, in most of the areas reported at this particular time, we do have light, most case moderate flow of traffic, as I said, with the exception of traffic coming out from the St. Paul's direction. So again, we want to appeal to people coming from that direction. You know what to do. So definitely, we're going to let you know that you can leave Omodi, or you can take traffic diversions to get to. So we're just having a closer look at some of the streets there, and also most of the streets through and through the town of St. George, moderately flowing, light to moderately flowing traffic thereabout. So we right now we're overlooking the Old Fort area, Lucas Street area. We're seeing H.A. Blaze Street, Green Street, and also the Carnage. So most of our streets there we're seeing here that we do have light to moderate flow of traffic. No obstruction at this particular time. Scott Street here, is that Scott? Looking at Halifax Street seems to have some movement of traffic there, and but not anything to be alarmed of. And we know we have the traffic lights and other points there where officers directing traffic already start flowing. So definitely we're seeing most of at this throughout the town, no unnecessary obstruction, no accidents so far. So traffic in the town is nicely flowing. We just take a dive right over to the accident state for the past 24 hours, and we reported a total of 3 minor accidents for the past 24 hours. I repeat, 3 minor accidents compared to what we had yesterday, where we had a total of 10. So we saw a massive reduction. So far we're seeing that the traffic accident state is fluctuating. At times it's high, at times it goes just dropped a little, and at times it's low. And again, I am happy and pleased to see traffic reported for the past 24 hours in the Trident State as 3, and I trust that it will continue like that. But we know it have to be in accordance with the manner in which our drivers drive on our roads on a day-to-day basis. So again, we appeal to drivers. Your responsibility is to as I said, once you get behind a vehicle, it means business. So far, so good. And as we approach the weekend, we want to let persons know that the obligation of alcohol while driving, mobile device, obeying speed limits, etc. So take heed of all these precautionary measures. We do have one funeral today in the Cathedral, sometime about 1 p.m. So drivers, if you're coming up from that direction, that is the St. George's Cathedral, you will expect some little delays from time to time in and around Church Street and Cemetery Hill. So please take note. Remember, the Nawasa project continues in Bolio, where we're having serious challenges where persons failing to comply with signs. Let persons know that once you fail to comply with those traffic signs, the necessary actions will be taken against you, because once you travel along the road, you hamper or you slow down the work that is taking place along that road, and it interrupts the workers in terms of meeting their mandates on time. So drivers, hearing the sound of my voice, please be mindful for within the hours of 9 to 3. If you're coming from the Grenville direction, you use the Lamwood Melrose Road. And if you're coming out from St. George's, you can go up to Bolio as normal. So please take a note of these traffic arrangements, which will be on until the completion of that phase of work. We do also have work continuing in the Carnage direction, where it slows down traffic as well. So expect some traffic delay, and these are the things that cause traffic congestions along our road. As we dive right back into the morning report, and we want persons to know if you have not left home as yet, please do so to avoid those traffic rush or traffic congestions on a morning time. As I said, it's our obligation to ensure that we get to work safely and on time. So far, traffic has just moved a slight, but not much in terms of the volume at this time. But as we take a closer look again at the St. Paul's direction, it is increasing. So persons, be mindful. And if you have to take any traffic diversion as you reach to the St. Augustine, if you're heading or you use the Montreal Public Road, Laborie, or whatever road you choose to exit, if you're heading to Grenada, please do so and avoid getting into that.
Okay.
We want to say thank you again for the opportunity of letting persons know what is happening in the morning. Anything from you this morning?
Not one thing except just the normal. Keep driving and being safe on the nation's roads. All right?
All right.
Thank you very much, Satch, for a comprehensive report to you and the drone unit as well. Thank you, and by extension, the rank and file of the RGPF. Have a great day now.
Thank you very much. And the question that we normally would ask, if you're texting.
Well, you're supposed to be driving. Then who is driving?
Who is driving?
Thank you very much, folks. That has been the traffic report. We take a quick commercial break. When we come back, the conversation commences. Don't you go anywhere.
Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. New home, fresh start, make moves and play it smart. Expand, invest or renew. ACB's right there with you. With ACB Home Advantage Mortgages, you get up to 100% financing, reduced fees, and a $100,000 unsecured credit card. Claim your keys, open the door to more than you imagined before. With ACB.
Terms and conditions apply.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
In Grenada, sports aren't just a game, they're a way of life. They teach discipline, teamwork, and resilience. They inspire the next generation to push boundaries and chase excellence. That's why the Investment Migration Agency of Grenada is proud to support sports initiatives as part of our commitment to youth and national development. When we invest in sports programs, we invest in the future. We invest in the health and well-being of our youth, and we invest in broadening Grenada's reach, proudly connecting our athletes, our talent, and our nation to a global community. Together, we all go further. The Investment Migration Agency. Unlock the possibilities.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits. Terms and conditions apply. Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Looking to shop online from your favorite stores like Amazon and Shein? With GPC Global, it's never been easier. Get your very own US address and shop from around the world. With GPC Global, you can order the latest trends and must-have items, all delivered straight to Grenada to your closest post office for your pickup. We offer the cheapest rates, and our service is reliable and quick. No more waiting for weeks for your packages. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Join the Grenada Postal family today and start shopping smarter. Visit us online at www.grenadapostal.com or call us on 437-POST. That's 437-7678. GPC Global, your gateway to the world.
It's all about Maggie, King of the Grill, down at Monroe's playing field. When? The 30th of May, 2026. Oh, look at my grill. It's all about color and taste. We don't want no burn-up chicken, eh? We want chicken with color and golden brown. I know all you watching that chicken, eh? And all you ready to eat it. And all you, it tasting good. It tasting good. Come now, we do all the thing now, man.
Fire up the coals, bring the flavor. It's time to crown the King of the Grill. Maggie King of the Grill 2026 is calling you. Think you got the creativity, the skills, and the fire to rule the grill? This is the ultimate showdown for chefs, backyard masters, and the food lovers alike. Step up, show your talent, and claim your spot among the best. With over $5,000 in cash and prizes to be won, the stakes has never been hotter. Happening Saturday, May the 30th. Register now. Call or WhatsApp 407-8458. But hurry, registration close April the 30th. Don't wait. Bring your fire, bring your flavor, and bring your A-game. Maggie, King of the Grill 2026, where champions are made on the grill.
Maggie King of the Grill is powered by Maggie, enhancing your flavors. Rubis, Blue Bubbles Tenton Rentals, Grenada Paper Products, Granville Credit Union, Flow, Budget Foods, My Finance Grenada, Carib Breweries, Ride Go Grenada, Glenelg Spring Water, and Grenada Bottling Company Limited. Maggie King of the Grill and Food Festival, where flavor meets fire. Grenada, get ready for the grand finale of the athletic season. The Whitsuntide Games 2026 take over the Kirani James Athletic Stadium on Saturday 23rd and Sunday 24th May from 9 a.m. daily. Witness 2 days of electrifying track and field action as top athletes from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua, St. Lucia, Guyana, and more go head-to-head with Grenada's finest speed, strength, and regional rivalry once more, all in one place. Admission, finish line, $30, main stand, $20, VIP, $150 for 1 day, and $200 for 2 days. Don't miss the final local athletic meet of the season. Be there for the Whitsuntide Games 2026 as the season ends with a bang.
Before the digital age, before the world moved at the speed of a click, there was a signal connecting a nation. In 1986, a journey in broadcasting began in Grenada, a journey that would grow into a trusted voice across the country. For 40 years, through radio and television, we've been there for the stories that shaped our nation, the news that mattered, the voices that informed us, the moments that brought us together. Your stories, your voices, your moments. The Grenada Broadcasting Network, 40 years strong. One nation, one network.
Go paperless with e-billing. Get your Grenlec bill straight to your email inbox with myaccount.grenlec.com. Sign in to myaccount.grenlec.com, where you'll be directed to the home screen. Under Additional Options and Paperless Billing, hit Sign Up. Enter the email where you'd like to receive your bills. Check the accounts you want, then click Sign Me Up. It's that easy. Your bills now come straight to your email inbox. Paperless billing is here.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
right, welcome viewers and listeners to the conversation this morning, and it's a busy morning here with us today. Starting the conversation this morning with our dear friend Miss Gail Purcell. She is the chair to the Diaspora Homecoming and that whole big thing that Terry was here with us last week and spoke so prolific about. Good morning, my dear. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well, thank you.
All right. It's evident on your face. You're so radiant and everything like that. Yeah, so like I said, Terry and we had a wonderful conversation last week as it relates to all the plans and all the preparations and so forth as it relates to the homecoming that's coming from June 21st, I think.
Yes, June 21st is the arrival day.
Okay. So how are, in your role as the chair for that committee, how are plans going?
Well, I'll just correct it. I'm not the chair. I'm the head of the secretariat.
Okay, all right.
Ambassador Terry Forrester is the chair of the committee.
Okay, all right. Well, thanks for the correction. Okay. Yeah. But I know there are quite a number of plans. There's a big buzz about it going on. People are looking forward. I had some friends. I had two friends from Australia that are making. Two are Grenadians and three others that are not, but they're all making plans to get here to be a part of this homecoming. So I know it's a big buzz locally and regionally and internationally.
Well, that's exactly what we want to hear. So I'm happy to hear that.
Okay. So how are the plans going forth?
We are working feverishly to have all things in place and in order, and plans are coming along nicely. As you know, we have a 2-week calendar of events that will be, keep people occupied over that period. And we've broken it up in such a way that the first week allows people to kind of reconnect with community, engage, relax a little bit. For those who have been away for a long time, get to know a little bit more about Grenada once again. And if you're here regularly, just to enjoy some of the types of activities that happen probably while you're away from Grenada's base.
Okay, that's right. Could you just go through some of the main activities that will be taking place during that 2 or 3 week span, please?
Right, sure. So we start off with Arrival Day on the 21st, and we know people, while it's the official calendar Arrival Day, people will be arriving at different times throughout the period. And we are kicking it off as we do, inviting God's presence to cover and give thanksgiving for such an activity. So we'll have a Thanksgiving church service, which is going to be held at the Gateway Assembly Church at 9 a.m. on Sunday, the 21st of June. And from there, Monday, it's just registration day, again, giving people an opportunity to kind of unwind, get their feet a little wet and relax and catch themselves if they're coming from as far as Australia as you've noted, to get climatized to the time zone once again. And on the 23rd, Tuesday, we have a welcome reception, which will be hosted at Belmont Estate. The intention of the activities is really to take people throughout the entire island. So we're trying to have something at least in each parish, so people get an opportunity to engage with different aspects of the island and not just centralized in one particular area. So we were very deliberate in selecting an outer parish location for the welcome reception. And what better location could we have chosen than Belmont Estate to really give you that true Grenadian home feeling? And I think they do a fantastic job with that there. So people will get a chance at a tour of the compound and all that they offer, and a welcome reception will follow. So on Wednesday, we're heading to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. There is a excursion planned on the Osprey. The Osprey will be offering some specialized rates for the Diaspora Homecoming team people who will be going up to Carriacou and Petit Martinique. And Carriacou and Petit Martinique has a full pledge. It's a day trip, but if you choose to, you can stay over an overnight and come back down the next morning. That's your option. But there will be a day of activities, which you can choose from what you would want to do, from tours to sea excursions to an excursion over to Petit Martinique, just to give you a full taste of what Carriacou and Petit Martinique has to offer. And we know that they're very good at putting together welcoming activities that are really grounded in the culture of Carriacou and Petit Martinique. On Thursday, we have 2 full-day excursions planned on mainland, and that's going to give visitors an opportunity to visit some of our key tourism sites, some of the business development opportunities that are happening, some of the changes, the new investment properties that may have cropped up since the individuals have been away. So that is a curated tour for 2 days. You can choose between 1 or 2, or both days, or either one of the days. You will have the choice. On Saturday, the 27th, TAMC CPAS Students Foundation will be launched. They are hosting a hospitality brunch, and that is an activity that will be hosted by the TAMCC group and an opportunity for you to go out and support them, and that runs throughout the day. We have Flavors in the Forest in Grenada. You'll be familiar with that. Seydou runs that event generally, and it is food and culture and all sorts of things all mixed in one, and that runs throughout the entire day. So there's that. And then into the evening, Jefferson has a live concert, which is going to be taking place. So we're trying to give you a full rounded experience of activities that you can make choices. You can get a good taste of Grenada. You can get a real feel for what is happening from the entertainment side, from the community side. And Sunday, another full day. Well, of course, Mount Morris breakfast happens on that Sunday. So you can start off very early and go to Mount Morris breakfast. And then we have our National Spice Replanting Day on that day. And that's going to take place at various venues throughout Grenada. That is an impetus to ensure that we continue to support the regrowth and development of our spices, as we've been always known as the Isle of Spice, regardless of being pure Grenada, the Isle of Spice, right? So we want to ensure that we play a role, and as Diaspora play a role in helping to replant and re-energize that sector. Rotary is hosting a Rhythm and Spice brunch event, on a pre-carnival event on that Sunday as well. And along with that, we have Pan Fest, which will take place on the calendar. So there's a wealth of activities in that first week that will keep people very busy. You can choose from what activities you want to do, and it's certainly not going to be a dull moment, and everybody will keep very active.
Let me ask you this. I know in recent times, a lot of efforts and energies have been made by the Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs and so forth to reconnect with our motherland, Africa. A lot of trips have been made to Ghana and Nigeria and so forth. And in the conversation last week, I asked Mr. Forrester if the homecoming event is specifically for nationals who are out in the diaspora, and he said that no, people who really want to come, even if you're not a national, you can come. Has there been any efforts to get people from Africa, Nigeria, Ghana and so forth to come and share with us in this very, very special occasion?
Interestingly, we have seen registration because, and probably for the same reason that you noted, that there's been a lot of engagement with the continent. So people are already alert and interested in what's happening in Grenada. So we have had interest indicated, and I think a few registrations coming from that region.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, one big family gathering. I would love to see that. Okay.
Yeah, and it speaks to the interest that Grenada is peaking around the world, around the globe, and with a particular focus on the continent.
What would you say is the brightest spot in this entire 2 or 3 week event, the homecoming? What would you dub as the brightest spot?
the key, the meat of the matter, I guess you can call it that, is really the forum that's going to take place in week 2. That is where the information sharing will take place. The Prime Minister will do a presentation of Vision 75, where the vision for Grenada as we approach our 75th anniversary of independence. And what are the key pillars that are going to be driving the development in that scope? So he will lay that out for members of the diaspora and those who register for the conference, and that will be the kickoff for the discussions that we'll have. So it will roll into going into further individual discussions on each of those key pillar areas, having presentations from people in the health sector, in housing, in skills development and education, and particularly also in oil and gas as well. So those are the key things. That will set the platform and the stage for the discussion. And people will have an opportunity to hear directly from the key decision makers as it is right now, and also to engage with them and ask further questions and become more knowledgeable. And we'll roll into an investment roundtable discussion that will happen on that first day of the forum. The forum is 3 days, so it's Tuesday the 30th, July 1st, and Thursday. It finishes off on Thursday the 2nd of July. And it's going to be quite a lot of information sharing during those 3 days. On day 2, the forum is going to focus on all things that are important for you who might be living in the diaspora when you want to journey back home. Whether it be, not everybody, their intention is to necessarily move back and reside in Grenada full-time. Some people want to do part-time. Some people want to be able to move back and forth. But I think what's most important for people is having information that they know how to maneuver, understanding the systems, where they need to go, who they need to talk to, what type of things they need to prepare, so you don't show up unprepared and maybe disappointed if things don't go the way you envision because you didn't have the information ahead of making your decision. So particularly we know some of the things that people struggle with when they decide to move back is what things are duty-free, what kind of concessions are we entitled to, if at all. So you get that key information straight from the decision makers, those who are running the system, so you can understand and you can prepare and plan. So day 2 is going to focus a lot on that. And day 3 is our financial forum and professional exchange. So we're going to go a little deeper into financial issues surrounding return to Grenada, and also giving an opportunity. We have a plethora of professionals in the diaspora, matching them and connecting them with similar disciplines here in Grenada. And what type of dialogue and exchange can we connect so that we can build on future requirements? So those 3 days, that is the highlight. And the way we have built out the program, it gives you the option, because not everybody may have the time to take 2 full weeks to be in Grenada. If you only have a week, if you only have a few days and you want to get the biggest bang for your buck for your travel, then you can focus in on that. If you have a little bit more leisure time and you can spend extra time and be into the community and get in there, you can spread it out over the 2 weeks. But if you wanted to, as you asked, what is the key, the big seller of the activity, I would say those 3 days are the key things. But then we're going to, after we wrap up talking business, we're still going to have a little fun. We have under the patronage of the Governor General on Friday, we're going to be having quite a soiree event, a gala type event, so people can get the opportunity to dress up in their finest and network and entertain and have a lot of fun. And Saturday, we round it off with Coconut Fest in St. Mark. Tivoli Drummers is going to be hosting a salata at their compound in Tivoli. And the St. George Northeast is hosting a homecoming expo at the Spice Basket. And on top of that, on that Saturday evening, Randy Isaac has his 4 Decades of Music concert happening. So there's quite a bit happening. There's something for everybody. And once you are on the island, I'm just really encouraging people to start. If you have not yet booked your ticket, it's the perfect time of the year. It's probably the lowest ticket price time of the year, and that was deliberate in the selection for this time of the year for the Homecoming Expo, because we're quickly becoming a destination that doesn't have very much out of season time. But if we had to pick an out of season time before the carnival travelers start traveling, and now is really the lowest ticket fares you're going to get. So it's a great opportunity to bring people into the island that is at an economical rate.
Okay. Well, it's indeed a jam-packed 2 weeks of activities and mingling and business opportunities. I look forward to it. I know quite a number of people are anxiously, they're waiting with bated breath to get in on this. People who haven't been here for quite a while might be living in different cities, different countries, and they're all converging here so that they can rekindle and really see how Grenada has been progressing in their absence. So we look forward to that, and I know that as time progresses and things build up more and more, it takes more shape. You will be back and we'll talk more and give people more insight as to what, when, and where. So
one key thing that I wanted to add, on the 3 forum days, we have a marketplace that runs along with the forum. So that's going to give an opportunity for businesses in Grenada and businesses outside of Grenada to come together, put on display what they have to offer, connect with other people. So if you are a real estate company, or if you are a construction agent, an architect, this is an opportunity for you to put on display your services, because that's the type of people who are going to be coming back. People who may be considering building a home, maybe considering purchasing a home, insurance companies, so if you want an opportunity to be part of the marketplace, and I would encourage businesses that you take this opportunity now, and you can register on our site. The marketplace registration should be live today. If it's not yet, I wasn't able to check the website this morning before I came on, but it should be live today, that people can actually register to have a booth at the marketplace on our website.
Okay.
So visit the website, homecoming.gd, and you can register for the conference there. You can register an RSVP for any of the activities, and we want you to RSVP for the activities so we get a sense of, what kind of numbers are going to be attending different events. And definitely you can sign up to be a booth exhibitor at the marketplace.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you very much for sharing with us that information this morning. As I said, as time progresses, we will have more updates, and I hope next time you come and sit with me in the studio. I prefer you sitting next to me. All right?
It's been a while since I've been in the studio.
Yeah, you can't, this long distance thing is not working with me. You've got to be with me, okay? So thank you very much. I know you have a very busy schedule. I want to wish you all the best in your planning. I know you will do well, and you'll have an excellent team that's working along with you. And in the final analysis, Grenada wins.
That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Ms. Purcell. Have yourself a great day now.
You too. Take care.
All right. Bye. Folks, I have been speaking there with Ms. Gail Purcell, the head of that secretariat that is planning the homecoming event. We take a quick commercial break. When we get back, I will be joined, or should be joined, by Dr. Malachi Doughton, Dr. George Mitchell, and also King's Counsel Ruggles Ferguson, as we talk on Grenada's efforts raising much needed assistance for Cuba. We'll be back.
Looking for the perfect pre-carnival fete? Then get ready for Rhythm and Spice, a Rotary brunch experience happening happening Sunday, June 28th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Enjoy an afternoon of bold flavors, vibrant rhythms, and unforgettable vibes featuring Sakina and the Alpha One Band, plus guest artists and DJs. Early bird tickets are just $200 and available now on GoToFat.com. Dress code brunch chic, island elegance with spice-inspired tones. Hosted by the Rotary Club of Grenada. Proceeds support Rotary Community Projects. Rhythm and Spice. Sunday, June 28th. Quarantine Point Recreational Park. Sip, savor, socialize, support.
Bye, Grenada. See you soon. Spend it when you have it.
You saw my card. You saw my.
Mommy, she come back again. Mommy, she coming again. Rosaline! Rose!
You guys, let's go. We'll figure something out. You see what happened to me? Don't get caught off guard. Get your water tanks at On The Spot Hardware today. Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after work anymore.
With this app, I can request checks to pay my suppliers, letters for my business transactions. I don't have to leave my farm to go stand in line.
The Grenville Credit Union digital platform. It's convenient and secure banking right at your fingertips. Download the app today from the Play Store or App Store or call 442-8602, 459-4325 or 416-8467 for further information.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation continues again. I'm joined by three distinguished, and I need to emphasize that, distinguished gentlemen via our Zoom platform. They're so busy that getting to the studio this morning was problematic, and that's a good sign because they're busy as we do what we have to do as it relates to assisting our comrades in Cuba. I'm speaking of King's Counsel Ruggles Ferguson, Dr. Malachi Doughton, and of course Dr. George Mitchell. Gentlemen, good morning.
Greetings. Yes, good morning, Innocent. Good morning, and good morning, listeners and viewers.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning to the whole viewership.
Okay, so efforts to assist our brethren and sisterins, our comrades in Cuba are well underway, and from all indications thus far, Grenadians are overwhelmingly supporting that initiative. And we're here to report what happened before and other events that are forthcoming. So I don't know how we're going to do this, who's going to take the lead on this, but we want to hear what has happened and what is going to happen.
First of all, we wish
definitely Dr. Malachi and Moravas are in a better place. King's Council are in a better position to talk about that.
Okay, so let's
just to say that we let me congratulate all the comrades who are here, because we are here. Solidarity is not something that you practice, and you practice it without doing it. And we gather here this morning to express in our own meaningful way our profound admiration and gratitude to a country that has stood as one of Grenada's most respected, one of Grenada's most beloved and committed partner in our developmental pathway. And I refer to Cuba. So we want to reflect back on why we are here. We are here to ensure we can support Cuba with humanitarian effort. And we are trying to raise funds to contribute towards light and small solar light and small solar equipment. We are hoping that we can buy medicine and medical product, and importantly, hygiene and sanitary product. And we are doing that because we are convinced that Cuba is in an environment which is very adverse at the time. And as Grenadians, we have come forward to show the courage, the dignity, and steadfastness towards that support.
Okay.
So, Councillor Ruggles and obviously Dr. Mitchell will be able to deliberate. But I want to say, first of all, that initially we have started and we have said that we are doing a Solidarity Month from April the 14th to May the 14th. Because of the many calls from persons, we have taken a deliberate decision to extend that period to the end of June.
Awesome.
Because there are many people who have planned activities, and due to the respect, due to that, as I've said, that courage that I've shown and that steadfastness, we're convinced that we are going to expand the period up to June the 30th. I will come back, but let me have Councillor Robert Ferguson and Dr. Mitchell deliberate.
Okay, so Dr. Mitchell is going to come in afterwards, because I know great things happened under his auspices in St. David, but we want to deal from the national perspective first. So we're going to save, we're not saving the best for last. We're going to save the icing to put on the cake. King's Council Ferguson, how have things been going from the overhead body that's overlooking this whole operation?
Yes, thank you, Innocent. And great. If I can answer in one word, it has exceeded our expectations. Given everything, the climate and everything. But what we have had is a steady momentum building over the last few weeks, and that momentum continues to build. And when I say I am pleasantly surprised, because I'm normally the kind of pusher type feeling that we're not doing enough. But the expectations, and from all quarters, and I want to emphasize that all quarters of the Grenadian public, the business community, the churches, the workers, and just folks in the communities coming forward. And I think, this is not about comparing what one can do over another. We say every single contribution counts. If you can give $1, you give $1. If you can give $1,000, you give $1,000. If you can give $10,000, you give it. Every contribution has value. And as we indicated very early in the game, if every Grenadian gives $1, that is in excess of $100,000. So it has been steady. There were 3 key activities, what you can say, what we call signature activities that involved the National Committee in a broad way, and that was the dinner. The dinner at the Grenada Trade Center, and that dinner was well organized. It was a Wednesday afternoon. I think that was May 6th. We had the dinner at the Grenada Trade Center. It was well organized, and it was well attended, well executed activity of the committee, and that committee worked really hard, because all this is being done at short notice, and we were able to pull off the event midweek in a very successful way. I think it marked a great start off to the events. And then there was an activity in Grenville, a St. Andrew activity, and that was at Rainbow Inn, which was dubbed a soiree for Cuba, and it was really food, drink, entertainment, and it was really a nice event. It was really enjoyed by all who attended. I think there was some excitement with the raffle of a goat, and the winner of the goat turned out to be somebody who was traveling to London. So the question is whether she could go to London with the goat. But she was really happy. In fact, she christened the goat Millie. So I think the goat is still in St. Andrews, and she said that the organizers can raffle it again there. But it was really the turnout again at these activities, especially the activity in Grenville. You had a broad cross section. You had the elderly, and you had young people, middle-aged, just a nice mix to a great evening. And then we have when we had on Saturday. So the soiree was the Friday, and the concert for Cuba was the Saturday. And again, and I think Innocent, you performed, so you were on the scene. It was a well put together concert. Again, well executed, and what we not disappointed, but we are hoping to fill the trade center. But we recognize that in terms of mobilization and all these different activities taking place at the same time, the lesson for it is to have a dedicated PR person to do these activities, especially when you're having an activity with large numbers. But with a decent turnout, everybody thoroughly enjoyed it. The performers were excellent. Francis Urias Peters, who produced the show, again, he was usual excellent self, and people left pleased after the concert. I think one of the features of these activities is that you have the busy people doing everything. As the saying goes, if you want to get something done, give a busy man to do it. or woman, man or woman to do it, and so we learn as we go along. And of course, there were some other activities in St. Patrick's. Earlier on, a motorcade last Saturday, a motorcade in St. Patrick, and that was I love the spirit of these folks, the really spirit of these folks, because one of the features of this campaign, and I want to emphasize that it is citizen driven, non-partisan, non-political, all-inclusive, and citizen-driven. You can't get it better than that. Of course, you have the collections from the churches, and what we plan to do is have a sort of public handing out, possibly next week, in terms of some of these collections and so. So St. Patrick has been good. It started off, in fact, in St. Patrick with a barbecue and raffle. And of course, my friend Mitchie would speak more about the St. David's activity. And they have taken off. It's like they have become unstoppable. Every week is a breakfast. It's like we'll be having breakfast in St. David's for the next few weeks. All roads lead to St. David's.
Let me ask this before I bring in Dr. Michi, right? What do you think is that cause that have Grenadians so overwhelmingly coming forth to support the people of Cuba? What do you think is that main cause?
Well, in my mind, I think it has to deal with the solidarity that Cuba have been extending over the years, 5 decades, to Grenada. Cuba have contributed towards our national airport, have contributed towards our professional training. I refer to most of it, 98% of the medical doctors that in the hospital are Cuban trained. The same go to the specialists. 100% of the agronomists in the Ministry of Agriculture are Cuban trained. The engineers, we have 95% are the engineers in the Ministry of Cuban trained. So because of that collaboration and that dialectic relationship with the people of Grenada, I am convinced this is the reason why we have been getting that unwavering support from the public.
Okay. All right, so now let's go to the Virgin Parish. And you can hear the excitement, the exhilaration in Dr. Mitchell's voice, because Virgin Parish does it again.
Absolutely. And Innocent, I must say I didn't get the memo this morning. I noticed that both Dr. Malachi and King's Counsel Ruggers are in black and white and jacket. I didn't get the memo, so again...
You're excused.
What a funeral afterwards, Dr. Mitchell.
We batting.
Don't worry, I'm heading straight to court from here. In fact, I hope I won't be late. So that's the only reason.
I'm in blue, so I'm getting there. I'm in blue, so I'm getting there. After blue is black. Anyways, listen, I want to thank the people from St. David's and the surrounding parishes for coming out in the overwhelming numbers last Saturday at the breakfast in Redgate. It was a tremendous success. It was an exciting success for us. I feel bad because we ran out. According to the people, we bus by 8:30 a.m. We were struggling to provide breakfast for the people. And it means that people came out early. I'm talking about 6 o'clock. We advertised for 6 o'clock. People were there. Some persons even before that. And they weren't disappointed. The breakfast was fresh. It was tasty. It was warm where it had to be warm, and it was cold where it had to be cold because we had a bar close by. And kudos to our team. And I think we kind of represented on this program this morning. We are 3 men, and in the background we have a lot of women on the committees. For example, I think the person in St. Andrew, Decima Williams, and in St. Patrick, that's Dr. is
Pemba
Bridgeport.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so the committee is riddled with strong women who are working hard as well, and so is our committee from St. David's. Lots of women taking part. And I just wanted to pivot and say that part of the reason too, and Dr. Malachi spoke to it, why people, I think, are so much into and supportive of the activities, is that, yet Cuba has impacted Grenada in a way that fewer countries, if any at all, has impacted Grenada in the recent past. And that's the fact. And I was reading the last time and listening to a program, the Miracle Eye program. In other words, there was a program here where Cuban doctors just came and did eye surgery. So Cuba allowed Grenadians to see again, to put it in a practical and almost like joking term. So yeah, so the support for Cuba has been tremendous. And from our end in St. David's, let me tell you my experience. People are saying to us, this is my contribution. I have people doing stuff for us, and okay, we give them the basic commodities, and they say the rest of it I will put because this is my contribution to the people of Cuba. This is what's happening. I have not spoken to a single person around the area that has said to me, I am not going to come. I am going to come because I want to support Cuba. That's the kind of reaction that we're getting here. And we are really grateful. We want to, again, thank the people for coming out and to announce. And King Skongsa Ruggles was saying just now, all roads lead to St. David's breakfast again tomorrow morning. Same time.
Dr. Mitchell, quick question. I know last week when we conversed, right, when we were talking last week, we were saying that last Saturday was going to be Redgate, and this Saturday it was going to be the raffle and so forth in Latan Junction. However, there seemed to have been a change in the venue.
If it's nice, you do it twice. In other words, you don't change a thing that is working. I'm not philosophizing here, but the activity in Redgate was a tremendous success. We thought it was central. I'm not saying that Latant is not central as well, but we thought that it accommodated our plans, our team, etc. And yes, so we decided to have it again tomorrow in Redgate. And so at some point in time in the future, mind you, in a sense, we may just go in Latant. But because of the logistics, etc., we decided to do it again because, it takes a while. It takes some organization to put together to pull off an activity of that nature.
Okay.
So that's principally the reason why we are going to be at Redgate again tomorrow morning.
And not just the breakfast. Tomorrow morning we also have the raffle.
Well, the excitement is, I think, the buzz, apart from the sumptuous breakfast with cocoa tea and everything like that. Yeah, we have added manish water. So we're going to have soup. And we are almost like keeping this big secret. But, on radio, it's a vibes. We are looking to, and I'm going to whisper here, we're looking to roast a goat.
Ah, okay.
No, actually, it's a pig, real Cuban style. So
wow,
the environment buzzing now. We're going to look to roast a pig tomorrow. And I said goat because I think I got a little confused.
With the raffle of the goat.
Yes.
But Doc, you have forgotten to mention the tiny log.
So I got a little confused with it's Millie the goat. But so tomorrow we're looking to do a pig in Redgate. And of course, I've not mentioned, and I'm going to mention now, the big, exciting raffle with some prizes that persons for just $5 per ticket, you can't get better than that. So we're looking at raffling Samsung Galaxy phone We're looking at having dinner for two at Six Senses restaurant, dinner for two at Bohemian Heights restaurant, dinner for two at Chef Louis in Port Louis restaurant. Some more exciting prizes like cases of beers, hampers, also on the raffle ticket. So I don't think people would want to miss that for just $5, in addition to a good vibe, good environment, good music. Gavin is playing for us, and I mean, it's just a nice vibe in Redgate. Okay. And people are actually raring to come, and I'm grateful for the support and the support that we will be getting tomorrow.
Okay. King's Council, let me ask you this, all right? Are any other regional territories doing any of the initiative that you and your team are doing? Do you know? Because I mean, Grenada benefited a whole lot, but I know other Caribbean islands benefited. Yeah. Yes. So are there? Yes. Is this happening in other territories around the region?
Well, what I can say, this initiative has inspired many people in many other countries, and I think some are trying to make it happen, adopt some of the models. We are really doing it on, this is really historic, because I don't think we have ever had a citizen-driven movement like this around a single cause that has attracted such a diverse cross-section of Grenadian people, and that is picking up its momentum. So, for example, as we say to people, don't wait on us. Don't wait on us. It's so you have a breakfast in St. David. There was a barbecue in St. John. Do whatever suits fundraising activity in St. John, in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. But we have created it in a way that every single Grenadian has an opportunity to contribute. And with the churches, for example, like the Catholic Church had their collection earlier this month. We had the 7 days following with their collection. We have the Anglican Church doing their national collection on the 31st of May. And then you have the other churches, because it's now extended to June. So throughout June, we expect the collection from churches to continue, and there will be other activities like motorcades. That motorcade, it was just a general idea that was floated, and when the folks from St. Patrick's indicated, especially at such short notice, I can tell you I was a bit concerned about it, to find out if you're sure it's just in these couple of days. And it turned out well. It turned out well. It was positive. And, you know, quite apart, and Michi alluded to the point earlier, that is not just, you know, he described it as a vibe. It's not just the collection of the money, right? It's not just that, but is the kind of spirit, you know, people getting together for a common cause. And you asked the question earlier, you know, why this reaction? And I think my colleagues covered it well. Doesn't need repetition, but I just want to make an additional point. You know, generally people don't like unfairness, especially when it is as blatant as it is now, irrespective of what. People don't like that. So you have a country, you throw the country in darkness. People dying, they can't even do basic operations. And for what? For what? These are people who have given the world. We speak about Grenada, but these are people who have given to the world in terms of medical supplies and everything. No, you don't like them, and you're using might is right, because that is the policy. People don't like that. You know, if some big fella going on the road and see me, a little fella, and just give him a few rap because he could beat him. People don't like that. And I think that is a feature of what has sort of galvanized. And I'm saying, even me, the optimist, even me, I'm surprised the kind of people who coming forward and say, listen, this, I want to contribute. How can I contribute? Right? In fact, this operation needs a full-time secretariat really. It needs a full-time because it's beyond us.
Because
we can merely do our best. Needs that. So I'm saying that element is critical. And from the time we started to now, it has worsened. So it's really a might is right policy and is an installation of fear policy. So you ask about other countries and so, and that's why we have made it not a little event among people, a national event.
Do you see it?
Everybody participates.
Council, do you see it going further than June? Do you think it could be an ongoing initiative?
Well, the problem is that we have got some activities that must be mentioned. So the 28th of May, that's the birthday of Maurice Bishop. And that will be a national collection day. So we'll be collecting $5 from each Grenadian. Yes? That's the 29th of May. And the 6th of June is the National Breakfast Day. We, except probably St. David, because St. David already have many. But we are trying to have a breakfast in each parish.
We will have our breakfast, Malachi.
That's right. Kudos.
I think what he says is
each parish. But there are some people who come along and say they will do it in each constituency. So we will have it at each parish and each constituency. But thereafter also, we will have what we call the motorcade. We're not doing just the national motorcade moving around. But interestingly, we are doing it at a parish level, because at the parish level, you are able to go within the villages. And that's the reason St. Patrick have been so, they have raised over to the tune of $15,000. I want to say also too, that internationally, there is all Cuban graduates all over the world who is gathering tomorrow in Ethiopia. Unfortunately, I could not have made it. I was supposed to have given a speech on behalf of the Caribbean. And the reason why is that in '79, the first set of students that went to Cuba to study, well, they were the Ethiopians. Then followed the Angolans, the Ugandans, and also from Mozambique. There are over 40,000 people from Africa who have studied in Cuba. And you are talking about people who have moved to Cuba at the age of 7. They would have done their primary school in Cuba, secondary school, and university education. And there is no other country in the world that have done that. In fact, that's the reason today that the liberation of Angola, the liberation of Mozambique, the liberation of Namibia, it was because of the Cubans. The Cubans have lost over 4,000 soldiers in Angola, Namibia, and Mozambique just for the liberation. And it's because of that liberation we would have had the freedom of Nelson Mandela. So it's just chatting about the contribution of Cuba nationally will take 1 week, as Dr. Mitchell have said, and Rogers have confirmed. So I just wanted us to bring in that here, that we have extended it, as Rogers have said, because it's citizen for Cuba, and many people have come forward. We have got respective coordinators in each of the parish coordinating the respective events, and we are just asking Grenadian, anyone who really want to contribute, they get in touch with any one of us. In St. Patrick, we have Dr. Braveboy and Dr. Coy. They are all Cuban graduates. In St. Matt's, we have Dr. Modeste. In St. Patrick, you have Dr. Johnson and Dr. Haynes. But also, so we have Mr. Ditt. They are coordinating the breakfast in St. Andrews. And of course, in St. David, I don't want to call it names because so many of them, a lot of women, but lead by Dr. Mitchell, who is doing not only an excellent job, but an extraordinary job. So we are convinced that that's the way forward, and we extended it to June because why, as workers have said, we need to do a contribution to Cuba. When we're doing a contribution, it's not only Citizens for Cuba. What is so nice is that we will have leaders of the churches going to Cuba to deliberate and to give the money, because we are also trying to develop a religious, environment. So we will have the Catholic Church, we will have the Presbyterian Church, we will have the Seventh-day Adventists moving to Cuba and to do the donation, but at the same time to deliberate. When I say deliberate, religiously, because you do not have to speak to Spanish. You deliberate in English, and the audience will be able to accept the knowledge in Spanish. I thank you.
All right. Well, gentlemen, as we wrap.
Yes, let me just add, I think one of the critical events that my colleague Malachi missed out, we can't afford to miss out, is on May 31st. That's next week Sunday. The Citizens for Cuba is partnering with the Mount Morris Development Committee, and that committee is known for its famous breakfast. It's internationally known. It's not just local now. Though I see Michi and them giving them competition, but it's really international. And this Sunday, the last day in the month, not this Sunday, the 31st, the last Sunday in the month, all roads would lead to Mount Morris for that breakfast, which starts at 6 a.m. And the proceeds, part of the proceeds of that breakfast will go to Cuba. So it's one of a special breakfast. It's not just a special Mount Morris breakfast, but it's a special breakfast because part of the proceeds, a significant part of the proceeds go to Cuba. Okay. So I just want to mention that event, and I believe on the 31st too, as I mentioned earlier, there will be the collections, as I understand it, from the Catholic Church. And I just want to use the opportunity to urge those churches that have either not started collections as yet, or started but have not continued, though we have extended it to June, and it can extend beyond June, but because of the urgency of the situation, we want to ensure that supplies are sent like yesterday. That is because the situation demands it. It is urgent. So it's not that we have all the time in the world with which to do things. It's ongoing. The situation won't change overnight. But at least we want, and I want to make this special appeal to the churches in particular, to continue that process, and those who have not started, to start that process, so that by the end of June, there'll be ample opportunity for the branches throughout Grenada and Carriacou and Petit Martinique to collect. And also, apart from the activities, let me just remind that there is an account at the Grenada Cooperative Bank in the name of Humanitarian Relief Inc. And the account number is 113002334. 113002334. But don't worry if you miss it. The information is on the webpage of Citizens for Cuba, and you can access that webpage by typing in citizensforcuba.help. So it's fairly easy. No dots, no underscores, nothing. Just citizensforcuba.help. And you can get to the webpage and you will see the updated information. Hopefully it's updated. But you will see the account number. And we want to urge people, when you're making out checks, make it out in the name of Humanitarian Relief Inc., Humanitarian Relief Inc., and you want to make direct deposits. If you want to do transfers, there is a SWIFT code for Corp Bank if you're doing it from abroad. So I just thought I would make those points and to just urge people, let us all contribute something. At the end of this exercise, every single one of us, however small it may be, it is the thought that counts. It's the thought that counts. Let us create that vibe, that spirit to assist and remember our theme, grateful. It is one of gratitude. Grateful Grenada gives back to Cuba.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. As we said, we are always ready to disseminate any information as it relates to anything that relates to assisting our friends, our brothers and sisters in Cuba, but we have to wrap it up here. So folks, tomorrow morning we're heading to Redgate once again, where we'll be roasting a pig the Cuban style. We have the grand raffle, we have the most sumptuous breakfast, included log and manish waters and everything. Dr. Malachi Dalton is going to be there. Ruggles is going to pass as well. The whole of Grenada is going to converge at Redgate's roundabout tomorrow morning, and we're going to show them how it's done.
Indeed. Yes.
Yes, thank you.
I sent to you the account number so you can mention it on your daily program.
Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We have to end it here, but all the best, and we'll continue doing what we've got to do for our dear brothers and sisters in Cuba. Have a great day now, everybody.
Thank you.
Folks, that's it for the conversation this morning. It's been extended, but for a worthy cause, and we just want to urge you to go on out and support in whatever way you can to assist our brothers and sisters in Cuba in their time of need.